What's up and good morning, my fellow traders. Hope you all enjoying your weekend. I hope you all have a great trading week ahead. Now, weekends videos are really important because in these videos, I give you the full breakdown of my trades, and especially this week, I'm going to show you my trades in my account where I have 2 losing trades, and those were indices, and 2 commodities trades, and where I have losses, 2 losses in the row, big ones, and then I have a winner afterwards. So a very good lesson. I'm going to show you the screenshots of my account and how long those trades run and why my stop loss was hit, and I did one wrong decision which I'm going to mention in this video. So it's going to be very exciting, and instead of wasting time scrolling TikTok, Instagram, watching TV, Netflix, I would say grab a cup of coffee, increase the resolution of this video to 4K from the settings, and learn some really important stuff from this video. I promise you, you will get lots of knowledge, lots of lessons if you are trying to become a serious and profitable trader. I'm going to show you how I take the trades with conditions. Nothing happened without a condition. My every trade has a reason. Without reason, you are just gambling. Now, trading is all about predicting the market. If you are right above 50%, then you are a winner. If you are wrong, then of course you're going to lose money. But even if you are right 45% and your risk to reward ratio is good, you are still a winner. So lots of things I'm going to show you. And I don't want you guys to skip this video, because if you do that, you're going to miss lots of stuff. So grab a cup of coffee and enjoy this video. Now, I'm going to show you the screenshot of the losses first, and I'm going to go through the trades I've taken, the live session we had with the members. Talking about live session, if you follow me on YouTube, consider joining this channel. Now, it is only $5 equivalent to the cup of coffee every month. Only $5 a month. It is not a priority group, but it is something where you get lots and lots of value as well. You won't get reports, you won't get live session, but you're going to get some good, great commodities, indices, and Forex alerts in these videos. Now, if you know the trading, then consider joining this group. Now I want to show you the results right here. The trades, the videos I've sent in this group. Now, all of them, these are the trades which I have mentioned the stops and targets. Not the ones I predicted, but these are the instruments where I've mentioned stops, entries, and targets. And most of them were commodities. If you trade natural gas, if I see a signal, I do upload a video. No matter if 2 a.m. in the night or if it's 3 a.m. in the night, if I see a signal and if I'm awake at that time, I send you that. Now, recent signal I've sent just last week, this trade is still running, and which is something I want to talk in my nat gas analysis. And then we have these trade alerts I sent to my members, not the YouTube members, but my priority members. Priority members get these alerts with my YouTube members only alerts as well. So they get access to everything, my alerts, my reports, my live sessions, members only videos, everything. So far it is going well. We are above 59%. And right here, till date, which is 31st of July, we are still up in our account balance. I'm going to show you the videos of these alerts very quickly, but first I want to show you the screenshots of the trades I have taken and the mistake I have done. Now, first let me show you the screenshots, which is right here of my broker's platform. Now, this is a different broker where I trade these commodities, and I'm also in one running trade of natural gas, which I'm going to show you in the nat gas part. So make sure you don't skip those videos, because it is my running trade and I'm holding nat gas trade this week, and I've already given the signals to the members only video, which I'm going to get to very shortly. Now, it was all started with platinum right here. This was the trade I've already shown you, if you remember, in 2 weeks ago, right? This was the trade, and this was the trade I'm going to show you right here. Now, it was a signal that was sent to the group via video alerts. And if you look here, that was the platinum trade right here that was sent via video. Now, if you want to see where I've posted this video, that is a members only video in my YouTube. If you join my members only YouTube videos, you will see this analysis live signal, and you can always join by clicking a join button. Now, let me show you. For now, you're getting this pullback entry above 20 EMA. If that closes the pullback entry bullish, I will be going long from here using this entry pattern, which must swing low, bullish engulfing pattern, but must engulf the previous candle and must close as an engulfing candle. And by keeping your stop loss below the 50 EMA and the trend line, keep your take profit 120 initially, and we can manage the trades. Perfect. So you have seen that this candle right here, when I've given the signal on the video, I've also mentioned that if this closes as a bullish engulfer, I'll be entering this trade. So that is why I have that a clear signal right here, that was a take profit of 4,800 pips. So one trade is right here, and the screenshot, let me bring it back, right here. Then we had this UK 100 trade. Now that was a trade, was my mistake, because first I have taken one trade with head and shoulder pattern bearish. Then we had another trade which was right here. So that was a stop loss hit. Then I've re-entered this trade, hit, and then I've entered the trade right here with this exhaustion candle and a bearish candle. Now there was no zones previously. That is why that was a very risky trade, but I afford to take these trades because I was under my risk. Now, the reason I want to show you this trade, because it is a very risky setup when there is no resistance. The price can dramatically push up and keep on pushing up. And if you don't have a stop loss there, your account will be blown out. For me, my stop loss was hit. I was out first day and then second day. I decided not to enter this trade again because now my stop loss is hit. Let's move ahead. But before that, I had this take profit hit as well. That was a nice 716 pips of take profit, which I've already mentioned somewhere here, which is right here. So that was already hit. So I was fine. So that was a mistake I did, but was a weak trade, but that is fine. If you have a good winning trades, then there is nothing to be scared of. Now right here, we have another trade that also hit my stop loss I've just shown you. Then we had a good opportunity. This trade was above my risk tolerance. Little bit above, not a lot. I was still okay, but my risk was a bit higher because I've recently started trading commodities. Been a year now I'm in trading commodities, and they've been working so fine. But I don't just blindly take trades on any commodities. I test them first, I see them first, and then I start taking trades live. Now this trade, a breakdown of this trade. It took me how many days? A week. When I entered this trade, it was 23rd of 7th. And when I closed this trade, it was 30th. 7 days I was in this trade, and this trade was right here. I've entered exactly at the breakout. First, I've taken a trade here, this which I've taken previously. Then I've entered the pullback entry. Then I've entered this trade. Then we had a breakout, and then I've entered the breakout. Now, these are the trades I sent in my members only videos. It is not something that is still in my course. For the course, I'm still building these lessons, which will be uploaded this year. If you are a lifetime member, then you don't need to worry about that. You're still going to get access once it is ready for you to take trade. It is very advanced level of trading. That is why I want you guys to focus on the lessons you already have in the course. It is something that is very new, and you guys will get that shortly with the breakout patterns as well. Now, here my students spotted one entry, which is right here. Now, this is something in the course, which is this pullback bearish entry. These are the entries I teach my students, and if they spot these entries, they take their trades. Don't even need me to send them a signal. That is the beauty of learning the full system. So let me show you the clip from the live session where I mentioned that I am in this trade, and once it hit my take profit, I will let you know. So let me show you the clip so that you can see that every time I'm in the trades, it is every time with conditions. If you enter, let's say, at this green candle, yeah, that hit the ATR as well. Yeah, that's the take profit for this candle with this wick has been hit easily. Let me see how much I'm in the profit. I might be taken out. I've taken this breakout entry. Okay, I'm up for £1,000 at this point. So my entry was on my platform 1424. So I'm aiming at least these lows here. Perfect. Did you see that? How patient I was since the breakout happened right here. We had so many weeks before the price pushes down. And if you are a student, you have taken this entry. That is a nice entry right here. Would have hit your take profit easily as well. So that is a benefit of learning the right system. A bearish pullback entry below 50 EMA. I've entered a bearish breakout entry. So the reason is there. Now I want to come back to some other trades, which is right here, net gas. This is something I informed in my members only video. We have silver, a big trade, a big move we have copper, uranium, all these trades. Now, just to give you a heads up, some of the trades you might came out in a break even, some of the trades you have closed early, but it is something that I have done myself. But I had given all the calls for these trades. So I want to show you very quickly. Finally, we have copper. Copper has nicely broken out up of this flag pattern, and we have a nice solid breakout. So looking at that, I'm expecting a price to push up and carry on to push up at least to these highs. Now, some traders are aggressive and they don't wait for the good pullback. They want to enter in the trade by taking a risk. Now, as the price is broken out from above this resistance means there are enough buying pressure and price will likely to push down and continue to push up in a trend. Now in this type of aggressive entry, the traders normally look at the 50% retracement. So right here the 50% retracement is 4,364.25. That would be a buy limit order. Take profit one can be here, and then 1.618 retracement. If you are managing a trade, will be, I'm expecting a price to head to entry I've spotted as well. If you want to have a safer stop loss, that would be, I would go something below the wick and below 50 EMA, exactly like this. That is about 50 cents, and take profit I would go 1 to 1 initially. Show you AUD and ZD. Now this was the zone I sent to the members. Now this is not sent as an alert, but it is something I call a video alerts. That exactly how I take my trade. I've set my trades right here. I've entered bit below when there was a pullback happening, and right here, as you can see, I've set my stops and target exactly like this. The way I've entered the trade is stop loss is below right here from this wick is 6. You can go 1.4 to 1 reward to risk ratio right here. Just set an entry live today in the members with the priority members only live session. As you can see, we entered right here. It's still pushed up, but we do have a flag pattern, which is a breakout pattern has been formed right here. And looking at that, that will be my entry. And I keep my stop loss below 20 EMA and go 1 to 1 and manage my trade to the support, to the resistance up there. So that's, which is CAD CHF, which we have set in the live session. Now we had a nice descending triangle pattern, and that has just broken out. So in this type of trade, there is no set stops and target, but I normally keep my stop loss below and take profit 1 to 1 initially, and I might exit my trade once the price hit somewhere around 50 EMA, and I'll exit my trade. Perfect. Let me quickly show you the results afterwards. The first one I've shown you, copper, the trade we set live in the session. Right here, 1.5 to 1 reward to risk ratio target has been hit exactly here, and we entered right at the breakout. Then I've shown you uranium trade right here. It didn't make it to 1.61, but it has hit our big take profit, which is around 1.3 to 1 reward to risk ratio trade, and that would be a profit or break even for you if you are managing your trade. Then we set silver trade, which is right here, 100 pips move right here. We entered exactly at this candle. We set the targets in the video I've just shown you, and that also hit 1.6 to 1 reward to risk ratio. Then I've shown you AUD NZD, which is right here, that also hit the target after a couple of days exactly here. That is 1.4 to 1 reward to risk ratio. Then I've shown you GBPUSD respectively exactly here, which was our breakout trade. We entered the breakout right here. That also hit my 51 pips target. It didn't make it to the resistance, and that is why I was out at break even, but I've taken my profits for this trade. This was a break even, but if you have cut the trades, then that is a profit for you. Then finally CAD CHF exactly here after a couple of weeks of patience, and that also hit my breakout trade, which I've entered right here, and that also hit my take profit. And I've said that I'll be exiting at 50 EMA, where exactly I have exited my trade at 50 EMA. Without ifs, without buts, clear conditions, and with all the rules I use for my trading. So you can verify, rewind my videos, see all these trades I've just mentioned with the stops and target. I've not shown all of them because it's going to make a video much longer, but I've shown you all these entries. Some played out, only few didn't. Most of them played out, only few didn't play out, including NatGas recent trade, which is still running, and one of the trade Palladium, which is still running, which is something I will show you very shortly. Now these videos, the one I've shown you, can easily get if you just go to my channel, click on join button. If you are watching this video from your PCs, computers, laptop, or iPads, then you can see this button. But if you're watching this video from your phones, then you can always just go to my comments and you will see the pinned comment right here to join this channel. You can always click here and it will take you to joining page. But it is just my members only video, not live sessions, not reports. Reports are very important. Again, like I said, if you just need an extra confidence on a side to get these videos or trade lists, because these are the videos I normally do every single day talking about commodities, and that is why they're extra videos I want to do. If I find a good opportunity, I also upload that. Now, talking about the reports, live sessions, all that if you want to see, and a Discord group as well. This is the full trading course. You are ready to lose all your money, but you're not ready to lose this amount only to get lots of knowledge, get lots of education, and also add it in the Discord community where we have a like-minded people, traders. I myself post the trades, look at your entries, invalid or valid entries, and mentor you until you are fully confident to take your own trades. You also get access to my AI trading bot, which is something I'm going to talk about the trades this bot has produced. We're going to show you later in this video. And standard plan, of course, here you get everything but not a live session. If you want to get a live session, you need to get this plan. But if you get this plan, you get these two plans totally free. And you can always watch the videos here, what to expect from these plans. And for the course, you can watch a video which I'll be uploading soon, as well a new video with the new information. Now, after the losing trades, I have one more losing trade, which is not a losing trade, I would say a break-even trade, which is my indices trade right here, JP225. Now, this was the two trades. One was 1 ATR, more than 1 ATR, right? As you can see, ATR is 241, mine is 250 something, but still hit my take profit one, and then my next trade just pushed down and cut me out in a break even. So I have not lost anything right here because my stop loss was break even. For indices, I'm very careful to take my trades. I don't normally use the fixed targets, but I move my stop loss to break even just in case these kind of moves happen. Of course, Trump is there always moving these markets so dramatically these days that you can't take a risk. So a break even hit here, but that is totally fine. Now, a big move happened, which is USDJPY. Now, if you call me Omar, that is something happened because of the Trump's tariff. Yeah, that's fine. But do you know that I'll be prepared to sell here? No, you don't, because you don't know the rules if you don't know the system. I know the system and I was prepared to sell here, but with condition. Now, you don't see a condition here, but that's on my broker's platform. That was a condition. Let me connect my broker. So it's connected right here. Now, let me go there. I see markets. That was a valid, aggressive entry. Now, this is not something I've personally spotted. It is something that was sent to the members in advance when the price was just here. Not only that, I've sent two zones. One below, that was a week before that. As you can see, I mentioned that price nicely bounced up from my support. And now my eyes are at the resistance. Now, here we had a bullish engulfer that pushed up. And here we had a bearish engulfer. Before that, we had a spinning top followed by the bearish confirmation and then how nicely the price pushed down. Now, yes, the news might have fueled my take profit, but I entered before any news released. Who knows, the news goes against me. I would be still selling here. So right here, that hit my take profit. A massive move. And how many pips move is that? That was 275 pips move from support to resistance, from resistance back to support. And it is not just I've spotted. It is something my students has also spotted right here, and that is the beauty of learning the system. You don't even need my signals, and it is not something I've sent as an alert. It is something I've just sent a report to look for the condition. Condition happens, you take your trades. That is how you learn and implement that in the real markets. A perfect example of that. Now, talking about trade alerts, I've sent 3 this week, or out of that, 1 hit take profit and 2 hit stop losses. Now, like I said, I don't send these alerts for you to use it as a signals. I send these alerts for you to use it as an example of taking another trade in the market. Because if you just follow the trade alerts, you might be picking up the wrong trade or losing trade. For me, I take every single trade I send. You might be missing some trades and you're only taking losing trades. That is why you need to learn the system so that you can able to build your own trading journal. Now, out of that, first one I've sent USDCHF that hit my stop loss, which is fine. If my stop loss was not there, imagine how much loss I would be taking here. And afterwards, we had a winner, which is right here, AUD/USD, which I managed till the support, nearly to the support. And that was a nice take profit hit. Now, the lesson to learn, pullback entry bearish, I've taken below 50 EMA. And the stop loss was hit, which was right here, a pullback entry bearish below 50 EMA. So similar entries, but one played out, this didn't play out. You might have taken this trade and you might have missed the other one. And an example of one more winning trade, which is GBPCAD. What a similar example. Now, it was a break out of the triangle, a pushback to the triangle pattern, followed by bearish engulfer. It is an entry my students are learning. Now, it is something one of my students has spotted. GBPCAD, entry spotted when it forms. Exactly here, a swing high bearish candle. It is something I teach to my students. And how nicely this played out. Now, one didn't play out, these played out perfectly fine, and the others one, and the other ones as well. So out of 3, 1 played out, but the other, which I didn't send as a signal, also played out. Now, if you're learning from these losing trades, spotting the same entries in the other market, you would be making money instead of just taking trades as signals. So USDJPY played out perfectly fine. With that, the zone of USDCHF also sent to the members, which is right here. Now, I didn't get a chance to enter this trade because a big move happened from my zone. Now, that is fine if you are someone who's trading according to my strategies, you didn't get a chance. But if you're someone who has their own strategy and just using my zones as an extra confidence, then you might have sold here and that has given you some good money. But I don't recommend anyone to take trades without conditions. So a good trade right here. Now I also want to show you one long-term trade. What an amazing move we have got out of that. GBPUSD. Now, first this zone was sent to the members to look for the buy opportunities from here, and how nicely the price reacted from my zone, about more than 100 pips. Same report, as you can see right here, mentioned that I'll be looking to enter my buy trades from this green zone. At the time the price was right here. Now first let me show you how I've entered this head and shoulder pattern trade in the live session so that we can see how nicely the conditions forms. We also got a head and shoulder pattern. Remember in my live session, I remember now, we marked this zone right here. That completes the right shoulder and entry number 1 here. Now we had an entry number 2. Let me give you the targets for that on a higher time frame. If you're someone who trades on a higher time frame, that is the breakout and that support is your target. And that is 243 pips of take profit. Nice one. So you see the power of taking your trades with conditions, the beauty of conditions. First, the head and shoulder entry was right here. Now, it is something I teach in my course with exact rules, exact entries. Now, this would be an entry right here. According to this entry, you would have a better reward to risk ratio of 1.5 to 1 with 327 pips move. But if you're someone who's not an aggressive trader, that is an entry at the breakout. And that is a nice move of 168 pips. So if you know these entries, if you know these rules, then what is stopping you to take these trades? Now, one more important thing. If you don't know where to exit, right here your profit, half of your profit would be eaten. That is why I knew that it is a zone where we must exit. And a better and a good exit is something you need in trading. An entry, exit, stop loss. You must need to know where you need to place these targets. So a perfect move down, and from the support it pushes up. Now if you don't know where to put a support, you have no idea. You will be trading blindly and you won't be even cutting your trades, just with the greed that it might push us down further. But who knows, it reverse from it. That is something you need to understand if you know the right rules. So all of the trades I've shown you happened with exact conditions. I want to show you one more trade, coffee, which is still running right here. So this was the trade I mentioned in the live session. I've just shown you in my members only video as well. But in the live session, I've talked about this breakout. Right at the breakout entry, my entry was right here and it is still pushing down. I don't know how it's going to go, but I'm still in the profits and I'm expecting a further push down. So let's see the clip where I mentioned this trade when the breakout just happened. And a nice breakdown, guys. Now you guys know that I've mentioned that in the video. So that looks something like this. And we'll see how that goes. So if you have seen the members only video, that's in your inbox. Check that. We had a breakout happened here, a nice trend continuation confirmation at bearish engulf happened at 50 EMA. So coffee looks nice and we are seeing a possible push down out of coffee. Perfect. So that is what we call patience and taking the trades with conditions. How perfectly all the trades I've shown you hit the targets. I've taken the stop losses as well, but my profits were more than the stop loss. And if you're a beginner, start with 1-to-1 reward to risk ratio and in time increase your reward to risk ratio, because I want you guys to get stronger mentally by having a good number of trades, good ratio, and then once you're profitable, start managing your trades. Now before I end the first part, I want to show you the trade that the signal was sent in my members only video. And first trade, which is something right here that hit my 1.421 reward to risk ratio. I've already shown you this trade. This is something still running, and as you can see right here, it was about to hit my take profit, but it pushes back down. I'm still in this trade and I'll see how this goes. And as you can see, that is running in my live account, which is connected right here in case the keyboard warriors are wondering if I'm taking these trades or not. I can't show you all the trades due to restrictions. Finally, I want to add Nifty. Now, this is something I've been predicting from last couple of months, and this time it goes so fine the way we predicted. First, let me show you the clip from my live session where I mentioned about this move a couple of weeks ago. So we had a little move up from this bearish candle. Now we are not looking for this pair for buy trades anymore. So That is a pattern we can expect from Nifty. Exactly here, right here. So first the price needs to come down and retest my termination zone here. Then needs to push back up to to form a right shoulder. So for now, the traders might push the price lower and then higher, and then we can see a possible fall out of this index. We'll see how that goes. Since we are below 50 EMA, we are only looking for bearish trades for Nifty 50. Nice one. So how nicely the price has been following my prediction. It just don't always do that. It can also goes in the other direction. But that is the benefit of learning the right rules. But I was bearish, and how nicely it hit my termination zone that was clearly mentioned in the live session. So it's all about your rules. It's all about your strategies, the system. My system goes with indices, crypto, all the markets I've been showing you from last couple of years. And as you can see, with some testing, you can see how the particular instrument performs. So that perfectly pushed down, and I've given the next analysis in my members only video. If you're there, you can see that. Now the lesson to learn here, you don't just take all the trades and every single trade. You need to wait for the good and perfect setups. And you need to learn what setups are good, what setups are bad. And that is something I can't explain in the single video. But I don't just go and take every single trade. I have my tested pairs, I have my tested commodities, which I'm still testing. I still do that. I still learn the stuff. Once you are a profitable trader, you just don't stop there. You start learning the different stuff. You start testing the strategies and then add that in your portfolio. Let's wrap the first part and let me show you that my AI trading bot results, which I built myself, and how nicely it's been playing out. This last week was an amazing. Last 2 weeks were amazing signals that was produced by this AI bot. Now, if you want to get access to this AI bot, you need to get my full trading plan, because I don't want you to rely just on a bot. You need to learn your own stuff. Sometimes the AI bot is giving you a false signal, but if you know the system, you skip those signals. That is why I've added that with my course, so that you learn the system and then also use this bot. So right here, if you want to see what to expect from the bot, click on the shop and you will see the little video here what to expect from this bot. And if you get this bot from here, you're still going to get the full course where you can download the script for the trading view. Now here, this bot produced a signal right here on 23rd of June. Previously, it's been a while. Right here for net gas, take profit hit, right here for net gas, take profit hit, right here, take profit hit. And on gold, it has just triggered a signal, just a live signal, as you can see, but I won't be comfortable to enter with this momentum candle. Instead, I want to enter at the pullback, and then I will go long, so adjust my stops and target. For silver, it has just given a short signal, and as you can see, that nicely played out and hit the take profit with this candle. So that is just a recent signal right here, 25th of July. On 4 hour, you can also take your trades on 1 hour as well, and in that case, you get more signals. On crude oil, right here, it triggered a signal recently right here, and that also hit your take profit. That was a recent signal that was triggered by my AI bot. USDJPY right here with the major pairs. I mainly look for the major pairs and some major commodities and some major crypto as well. Entry was right here, and that nicely pushed up, hitting 1-to-1. You can always adjust the reward to risk ratio, and you can always tweak this bot according to your own settings. NZD nicely pushed up recently, and GBPUSD not a major pair, but as you can see, that hit a stop loss. Euro AUD just triggered a signal right here just before the market closes, and it is still running and heading towards the TP. We'll see how that goes. GBPCHF nicely pushed up, and as you can see, that also hit the take profit right here. GBPCHF that was. And the JPY, not a major signal, not a major pair, but as you can see, that didn't hit the take profit, but that hit stop loss. GBPUSD nicely triggered a signal, and that nicely pushed down. So I'm showing you all the pairs one by one. AUD NZD triggers a signal here, stop loss here, but this one triggers a signal here, take profit right here, that nicely pushed up. For Euro USD recently, the signal happened right here, entry and take profit right here. Euro NZD right here was entry and take profit was right here. Now GBPJPY is not one of the best one for this bot. That's why I don't take any trades. Stop loss A for GBPJPY. You need to figure out which pair performs the best. For me, the signal happened right here, but this bot has given a signal before and detect the volume in the market. According to the bot, it also pushed on, but then I have my own signal, which I've taken the trades accordingly. Then with indices, US indices right here, it has given a signal right here that nicely pushed down, hit the take profit of US 30 Dow Jones right here. UK 100, exactly the short signal happened, and that nicely pushed down. That looks like I hit stop loss because that was an entry. It pushes up and then pushes down. That was a shame, but it still detect the volume towards the downside. S&P 100 right here was an entry, and that take profit hit. Ethereum short entry, detect a volume towards the downside, and eventually it pushes down. It didn't hit the take profit, but eventually it pushes down. It gives you a volume in that directions. If you want to get this bot, it is through the course or it is through my brokers. If you join one of my partner broker, it is totally free. You don't need to pay anything. Just join it, one of these brokers in my moneymarkets.uk website. Click on brokers, join one of them, minimum 1k of deposit. Once you do that, just DM me on Instagram or email me. I will add you straight away in my priority group as well, because priority group is free. With that, you get this AI bot. So it's a win-win situation for both of us. You get this powerful AI bot. With that, you get my reports, you get my live sessions, you get all my trade alerts, which I've just shown you. So let's wrap the second part and let's start with the analysis part, which is net gas, gold, silver, and crude oil. But now I've already sent this signal as a video alert in my members only video. So if you have a member, check your inbox. You should have got this video when the price was right here and I've entered with a limit order. Now I've said that I'm already in this trade with my different broker. Let me show you the screenshot of that. This is my open net gas trade, and I'm holding this trade over the weekend. I don't normally do that, but I've seen some good condition. Now, if the price opens above in gap, that will go in my favor. I might be coming out or I might be waiting. If it pushes down, then it might be hitting my stop loss. I don't know what's going to happen, but I want to show you that I've taken this trade. And palladium as well, but it is something you guys don't need to worry about. It is a different strategy I'm using, and my members knows what entry is that. Don't take it because you don't know what's going to happen, and your analysis might differ from my analysis. So don't take it, don't take my words on it, and don't take your trades or decision according to what I say in my videos. It is just for educational purpose. That's a disclaimer for you guys. So this trade was running, and I've not just entered blindly. I've said that I'll be entering with a limit order and the half of this candle. First, let me show you the clip of members only video, and not only the members only video. I've publicly mentioned about this entry to give you a heads up to enter your trades once the condition forms. First, let me show you the members only video and then the public video so that we can connect the dots from there. If you want to take these trades, it's totally up to you. If you want to hold it over the weekend, it might go in your favor by opening up or down in gap. It can go against you as well, but I want to give you these conditions. Now, first, we have a valid double bottom pattern on NEMEX. If you are trading on NEMEX, first bottom, pullback, second bottom, red candle follows by engulfing candle. Now in these type of entries or these type of big candles, I would like to enter exactly at the half of this candle, almost there, and I keep my stop loss in ATR below, something like this 8, and that is my entry, and that is my take profit 1. Take profit 2 can be 1.2 to 1 reward to risk ratio. So that is one entry. Here on NEMEX, exactly how the targets look like. This is a valid aggressive entry. You know what pattern is that? Red and green candle. That turns out to be a red candle, which is good. Next candle will confirm the aggressive entry. So keep an eye. And here on NEMEX, now this will confirm the double bottom. If that turns out to be a pin bar, we have a red candle. That's a very good entry if we have a close like this. Nice one. So as you can see, my order was triggered right here when it pushes down, pulled back. I don't like to enter with this big momentum candles. It hinders my risk to reward ratio. Now, my stop loss is below the zone just to get a protection of this liquidity area. And that is where my order happened. Now, all the way from here, ATR is what? ATR is all the way from here. The entry candle was right here. However, use this big candle. It's 5.5 or 50 pips. So from here, the 50 pips looks like this. So if I would have gone for the scalp, 180 would have been hit, as you can see, as you have just seen my live running trade. I just would have taken a quick profit of this right here, scalp, and come out and make a quick 100 quits. Now, I didn't do that, but I want to manage this trade. I want to hold this trade because I see a good potential here. Now, first, there are two conditions that can happen on NEMEX. We have an entry condition right here, which is, I already mentioned you, a bullish engulfer at the double bottom area. And if you are my student, you know what entry type is that. That is a swing low pattern, follows a bearish red candle. A spinning top, afterwards we have a confirmation with the bullish candle, and that push up. So that is a valid entry, and if you think that's valid and if your analysis goes with mine, then you feel free to take this trade. Again, don't take my words on it. I'm in this trade. I don't know what's going to happen, and it might push us down up and it might reverse from here as well. So a valid entry here, and I'm expecting a price to now push up. I exit my trades once the price hit my take profit, and once we are broken above, I'll look for the pullback and keep on taking long trades, which is something I want to keep you guys informed. Now that is a condition on NEMIX. I also want to give you one more condition, which is the head and shoulder bullish pattern. Now here we had a bearish engulfer. There is still a chance the price might push down and form a double bottom. In both scenarios, my stop loss was there. If you're someone who's still not in the trade, that is good for a quick scalp, which is 4.949 pips, and that is something till here, almost till the double bottom area. So if you want to do that, you can always enter at the double bottom, which is the strongest entry, and that gives you a better reward to risk ratio. If you ever have entered right at a double bottom, then your stop loss will be smaller and you will get 2 to 1 reward to risk ratio easily. So if you're still not in the trade, don't worry, you can still wait for the good entry, and if the good entry forms, you can still take your trades from the double bottom area. So keep an eye if you're not in the trade. Otherwise, I'm also expecting a formation of head and shoulder pattern. So we are getting a 3 bullish pattern. Number 1, we had an aggressive entry, which is right here, and the limit order was right here. Number 2, we are getting a double bottom, which you still need to wait. Number 3, we are waiting for a head and shoulder bullish pattern. Head, and for the price to form a right shoulder, it must hit my termination zone right here, these numbers in blue on over. So once the price pushes up, it might hit my take profit, I might be out, then I might be looking for another trade, which is a hit of termination zone and then a pullback to the termination zone below, which is right here. So first it needs to push up, pull back, and if it forms a bullish engulfer within the termination zone that goes all the way till here, anywhere in the zone, if it forms an engulfing candle, I will re-enter my trades to go long. So these are the 3 patterns. Number 1, aggressive entry, which I'm already in. Number 2, double bottom if you want to wait. Number 3, head and shoulder pattern, bullish pattern if you want to wait for that to form. Both head and shoulder and double bottoms are the strongest entry, and that can possibly push the price much higher. So now it's totally up to you. You can decide how you want to take these trades. And same goes with capital.com. Left shoulder, head. For the right shoulder, it must come here, then it must come down and form a bullish pattern, and from here we can enter the trade, or double bottom is still in the play all the way from here. So keep an eye and have these green zones on your charts, which is right here, these numbers in green. And for MCX guys, you must wait for the price to form a double bottom. That is all we are looking at, nothing else. Have these zones on your charts, and we do not have any sort of entry condition on MCX. Double bottom is something I still need to wait. First bottom, second bottom is something you need to wait. So I hope that's clear, and take your trades on your own risk. Nothing should be taken as any sort of trading advice. Now coming here on gold. Gold just broken out above 50 EMA, means we are now bullish for gold. No longer taking any bearish trade. That is the beauty of conditions. No bearish condition below 50 EMA. But we do have one bearish pattern right here. And if you have taken this trade, you have made some money with this bearish pullback trade. If you are my student, you know these entries. That is the beauty of learning the full system. And take profit would have been hit easily. Then the price pushes up, break above 50 EMA. All I want to see a pullback and engulfing candle to go long. Or a 382 candle must happen very next candle or within the next 2 candles. If that happens, 382 candle will confirm the buy move, and I'll be just going long. So keep an eye on 382 candles and a pullback entry bullish, which is a good entry to take longs, and I'll be long till the next level, which is right here around 3428 goes to 3439. So for now, just buy trades till we are right here, from where we'll be selling this market again. Now silver just broke below the zone without any entry conditions. At this point, I'm not buying silver. Instead, I'll be looking for sell trades. Now, that doesn't mean you start selling gold as well. For gold, it might give you a pullback, and these pullback can happen on silver exactly here. Then it start to give you a pullback here, and gold might give you a signal here and then start to push up from here. So that is why don't get yourself confused with gold and silver entries. For silver, clearly I'll be looking for a pullback below 50 EMA. If there's a bearish engulfer formed below 50 EMA, I'll be just going short. Rule is very simple. We are just taking short trades below 50 EMA, and I'm expecting some pullback. And with a good pullback, if the bearish engulfer forms, that is my sell signal. So I'll be not buying till we are here, which I'm going to inform you later on, or until we are not broken above 50 EMA. There is a chance the price can still dramatically push up without a condition. In that case, that is totally fine. I'll then start to look for my pullback entry bullish. But before that, I'll be just looking for my pullback entry bearish below 50 EMA. Finally, we have crude oil. After the big move up, we had a pullback. Now we are below 50 EMA. Now, rule is very simple. not taking any trades below 50 EMA. No buy trades below 50 EMA. But if you look here on a daily time frame on capital.com and if you look here on NEMEX, we are above 50 EMA. Means on a long term, we can still see a possible push up back to 71.72, goes up to 73.18. So long term, we are bullish. But short term, let's see how it opens. If it opens above 50 EMA, in general, we'll be bullish and we are just looking for the 382 bullish candle like this. Now, this is not a valid entry in case you're wondering, and I have rules for all the entry. But if it happens right above 20 EMA again or 50 EMA, that will be a valid buy signal. But it must stay above 50 and 20 EMA. So we'll see how it opens. For now, I'm not taking any trades for crude oil till I see a valid condition. But if it pushes down further, in that case, I'll start to look for my bearish trade. But I want to see a good momentum below 50 EMA to sell crude oil. Otherwise, I'm not selling or not buying. Sell will only happen with good momentum and then with the pullback entries. And buy will only happen once we are broken above 20 and 50 EMA with entry condition like 382 bullish candle or bullish engulfer must happen above 50 EMA. So that's it for the long video. Hope you got a value. If yes, hit a like button for me, subscribe if you're new so that we can all trade together and trade efficiently. Hope you trade green. I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, take care.